Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2025 is still one of the most complicated political puzzles on the planet. And I am not exaggerating. This country is the diplomatic equivalent of a Rubik's Cube with 3 missing colors and an instruction manual written in 6 languages. But once you start to understand it, it's honestly fascinating. So what do you need to know about Bosnia and Herzegovina right now? First off, the name. Yeah, it's long. No, you don't have to say it all the time. Locals often shorten it to BIH or just call it Bosnia, though technically that leaves out Herzegovina. And trust me, that matters, because identity here is everything. And also the root of, well, everything. And Bosnia and Herzegovina is located in the Balkans, which means it's been through more history in the last few decades than most countries go through in a century. The Bosnian War in the 1990s left deep scars there, and ever since, the country has been trying to hold itself together using the most complex political structure in Europe. And I'm being generous with the word structure. Here's how it works, and try to keep up. Bosnia and Herzegovina is made up of 2 main entities. The Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, which is mostly Bosniaks and Croats, and Republika Srpska, which is mostly Serbs. Don't forget the Britsko district. It's self-governing and technically belongs to both and neither. Yeah, it is as confusing as it sounds. And now, on top of that, you've got a tripartite presidency. That means 3 presidents. 1 Bosniak, 1 Croat, and 1 Serb. And they rotate every 8 months. It's like musical chairs, but with diplomacy. And instead of 1 clear national leader, you've got a committee. Every major decision requires consensus between all 3 ethnic groups, and which means very few decisions actually happen. And then there's the office of the High Representative. That's a foreign official with broad powers to overrule local politicians. Yes, in 2025, Bosnia and Herzegovina is still under partial international supervision. The current High Representative is Christian Schmidt from Germany. He can fire elected officials, impose laws, and basically step in when things get too messy, which they often do, by the way. And in other words, Bosnia's political system is a compromise frozen in time. It was built to end a war, not to govern a country in the 21st century. And in 2025, reform is still a dirty word. Every attempt to change the constitution or electoral law ends up stuck in ethnic deadlock. No side wants to give up its power, and no one trusts the others enough to take the first step. But somehow the country keeps going. Not smoothly, but it goes. The 2022 general elections brought in a new rotating presidency, and in 2025 they are still arguing over pretty much everything, from NATO membership to school textbooks, and it's exhausting. And yet, for many Bosnians, it's normal. And let's talk about the EU. Bosnia and Herzegovina wants to join. It's been a potential candidate country since 2003. And in December 2022, it officially gained candidate status. And in 2025, it's still crawling through the requirements. There is progress, but it's slow. Think glacial. And one of the biggest obstacles? Reforming the judiciary and tackling corruption. Also agreeing on anything across ethnic lines, which again is kind of the whole challenge here. Now, economically, Bosnia is not booming. GDP growth is, let's call it, modest. Unemployment, especially among the youth, remains painfully high. And many young people leave the country in search of better opportunities abroad. Germany, Austria, and Slovenia are popular destinations here. And this brain drain is real and getting worse. But the country still has potential. There's tourism, agriculture, energy, and a strong industrial base. The question is whether the politics will ever allow the economy to thrive. And on the ground, life goes on. Most people just want peace, jobs, and a future for their kids. They are tired of ethnic divisions being used as political weapons. But they are also stuck with leaders who benefit from keeping those divisions alive. And it's like a political Groundhog Day. Every crisis looks familiar because it is. And still, there are some bright spots. Tourism is growing. Bosnia is stunning. From the Ottoman streets of Sarajevo to the iconic bridge in Mostar, the country is a photographer's dream. Nature lovers, hikers, and history nerds, this place is a paradise. And let's not forget the food. Cevapi, börek, baklava, you never go hungry here. And culturally, Bosnia is a melting pot. Islam, Orthodoxy, and Catholicism all coexist, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes beautifully. And Sarajevo is often called the Jerusalem of Europe. And while the past still casts a long shadow, there is a growing generation of young Bosnians who just want to move forward. And they do speak multiple languages. They code, they create, they connect, and they are ready for something better. So, what do you need to know about Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2025? It's politically frozen but culturally alive. Its system is designed to prevent conflict but also prevents progress. It's stuck between the past and the future, between war memories and EU dreams. It's frustrating, fascinating, and entirely unique. Bosnia may be a bureaucratic labyrinth, but it's also a country with soul, resilience, and hope. And now you know why. And this is Outside Views. Thanks for watching.